I am here with Spectrion, one of the casters here at EPIC.LAN, doing both Overwatch and CS this time. Of course, last time it was just Overwatch, but graduated a little bit, doing 2 games. But how are you feeling about being back on LAN?
I mean, it's perfect, right? I don't have to think about my uni, I don't have to think about my work. I just sit here, run it down for 2 days, have a fantastic time. Highlight of the year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you were here last time, it was a great event, and it's grown this time. It was, what, four teams last time? 5 teams? Up to 7 now as well. It's growing, and it could have been 8 as well.
Yeah, don't get me started. We would have loved the extra prize pool, but like we've got a lot of good teams. We have some teams who aren't good, but like realistically, just increasing the amount of teams is always perfect. I mean, a rising tide lifts all boats. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, of the teams here so far, any not only just teams to watch, any players particularly that you're quite interested in and think need to be highlighted to anyone watching? I think Will, perhaps on Grill Masters, probably one of the standouts. Relatively new to the roster, but a player who's been hyped for a long time, and I think we're going to see some fantastic things. Captain Prash on the Lucio, on Kingfish as well. Always an absolute treat to watch. Practicing a lot, a massive grinder, and can really get some work done if he tries. Predictions in terms of who you think is going to come out on top by Saturday, isn't it, I think? Yeah, we're Saturday, 7:30. It would be Grill Masters #1, Kingfish #2. Okay, so that's quite interesting. What's your reasoning behind that? So Grill Masters are a ex-contenders team called Sheer Cold. They are really, really good. They constantly play the game. Kingfish is also good. It's got really good like individual players, but they don't have the same amount of practice together. And again, they just don't have that contenders experience. So I think they're going to really struggle in the one-on-one matchup, but they're still going to probably beat every other team. You know, one thing I do want to ask about, because obviously, it's like most of the times we've casted together, it has been university esports, both in Overwatch and Counter-Strike, and we've got some university teams and university players here. How are you feeling about the kind of university Overwatch scene? Because it is growing quite a lot recently. I think it's in a pretty interesting spot right now, with kind of Warwick having a bit of a changing of the guard. I think we kind of see the old folks here with the hookers. I mean, like Rosden's in, Meta One's back. They're running a really crazy roster, and we've also got the more retired, you know, Horrocks, who's in and out of uni, we'll say. No, I think it's really interesting. I think it's really competitive. I think on current patch, then there are quite a lot of like strong teams. So when I'm focusing on my own matches, I know for a fact that in the top 10, top 20, there's a lot of teams that I have to respect. I need to kind of put the effort into. So I think we're in a great spot, and I hope it only continues to go up from here. Yeah, absolutely. And one final thing to cover as well is that, of course, OWCS is starting to come up now. What's your kind of goals with that, about your future within the Overwatch esports scene? Well, I mean, obviously I'd like to cast it, right? I mean, obvious question. But for me, it's kind of a far-off goal. I think a lot of even Overwatch League casters aren't being asked to cast it right now, so I'm going to dart in and out of whatever tier 2 that may be. If there's any sort of secondary league that someone else starts, I'll be there. If teams want to run like broadcast for their qualifier runs, I'll be there. I don't want to leave the Overwatch scene anytime soon, but even if it means I'm doing it on a more casual basis, I'm just going to stick around and see what happens. Absolutely. It was a pleasure to have you on, of course. Good luck with the games, and see you soon. Thank you very much.